Yo, so today I wanted to expound on the idea that I had or I released about maybe 6 weeks ago. And this idea is, instead of us looking for things to believe in, perhaps it's time that we give the people that we care about the most around us something to believe in. We live in a time of great uncertainty, and there is this idea that someone else will do the work. And I am convinced at this point that it is up to us to do that work. If we want to see the change that we have so high expectations of. There's a saying, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Michael Jackson put it in the best context. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and go make a change. And this may seem cliche, but perhaps it is the only way to put things right. I'm almost certain there are going to be people that's going to disagree with me, and I am okay with that. However, given what has happened in the past couple months in my own personal life, I know that I am the only one that can make a difference in the context of seeing the things that I want to bear fruit, reaping eventually what has been sowed. I want to expound more on this, but I think too much at one time can be overwhelming. So, talk to me in a bit.
A few moments later.
So, I know I live a life that is not understandable to a lot of people, and I'm okay with that. And I know that I will meet opposition by coming forthright with that. But this idea is something I've always kept very close to me, because I thought people wouldn't understand, and given the landscape in which is the social landscape in which we deal with, there is this, there's this lynch mob per se that that roams to tear down any idea of thought that goes against the status quo. So, without further ado, here it goes. So, one of the things that I've always wrestled with was the idea, I guess I call it the hero complex, is that the world needs heroes, and people need not necessarily their beliefs, but perhaps it's necessary to reinforce people's belief systems. And this is what keeps people going. Sometimes these are the motivators. But like I said before, I'm a very complex man. And I would say that there's not too many things I believe in, but there is a lot of things that I have knowledge of. And one of those things is, if we want to see the good in the world, and if you believe in a higher power, as myself, I do, that there is a work that must be done, that you have to do. There are people that believe in us. They believe in what we stand for. And it is necessary, especially in this time, to be consistent, to be empathetic, but also at the same time be not moved by the, I always use the word status quo, but I like to use the term the 97 percentile. General population ideologies. I try very hard not to follow those things, and as I become older, I start to realize that just because everyone's saying it does not necessarily make it true. And I hope that I am going along the right path when I say that. There are many adversaries that our country has, and they would love nothing more than to undermine it and turn the people that are free into slaves. I like to use the term weeping and gnashing of the teeth. And I like to think that me and a small group of eccentric and impressive individuals see that and try our best to counter that, and how we conduct ourselves, how we interact with one another, and the quality or the experience that we give to people that do not know us. There are so many things I would love to say, but I think God is looking for willing instruments in this battle that seeks to undermine anything that stands for anything. Anything that's upright is in attack at this point. And it's up to us to stand in between. I know that, and I know I speak very cryptic, and I speak cryptic for a reason. I speak cryptic for the reason that there is nuance in a lot of things, but there are some things that we know in our hearts, in our heart of hearts, that are not right. And if we don't say anything, we will let evil triumph. We will let bad people be triumphant in a place that generations ago would not dare step into the arena of the upstanding and the upright people. Perhaps it's time to tell the devil to go back under the rock in which it came from. That is my bit. I know that was a lot, but in this life, things are confusing. We are, as a people, a very diverse people. And everyone has a right to exist within those lands, but there are things that will not be able to be entertained. And you know, messing around with children is not, in my opinion, acceptable. And I know that this line is very blurred. We use terms like feelings, and we use terms like consent. And I say that there are boundaries that should not be crossed. I believe every family, and I say this again, family has a right to bring up their child in the way that they see fit. And there's no communal interaction that should be trying to trifle with that. In my opinion, and I know it's a cold and it's a bold one, but it's cowardly. And if you're not willing to stand on something on the principle of doing what is right, what exactly are you trying to accomplish? That is my question to all of those who oppose letting people live the life that they want to live. I hope it doesn't get confused with, I'm not hating, I'm just saying that entertaining things that will undermine society will bring about devils that this world has not seen, nor does anyone want to deal with or entertain in any fact. So I understand if people hate me for what I just said, but a friend to all is a friend to none. And I like to think that I'm a man that stands up for what's right, no matter what your background is. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And to prey on to folks, let me rephrase it, to prey on people that cannot defend themselves, in my opinion, is cowardly and cannot be entertained. And with that being said, I'm signing off, and I wish you well.